The situation is becoming tense in the Middle East in anticipation of a new round of clashes. The Pentagon said the U.S. is shifting more troops and other military assets to the Middle East to defend Israel and American forces against what's expected to be a complex attack by Iran and its proxies. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin ordered the USS Abraham Lincoln, which is currently operating in the Pacific, and its destroyer escorts to the region, along with an additional squadron of fighter jets. The USS Abraham Lincoln Aircraft Carrier Strike Group will be deployed to the Middle East, replacing the USS Theodore Roosevelt Carrier Strike Group, currently stationed in the Gulf of Oman and scheduled to return home later this summer. This move indicates that the Pentagon intends to maintain a continuous carrier presence in the region as a deterrent against Iran and for the protection of Israel. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group can help defend Israel. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Concern is high that the killing of Ismail Haniyeh and high-ranking Hezbollah operative Fuad Shukr in Beirut will provoke a major response from Iran. It's highly likely that the upcoming assault could be more extensive than Iran's April 13th attack on Israel. The attack came after specific warning by Iran, allowing the US, France, and the UK to assist Israel in repelling over 300 missiles and drones. Iranian proxies, Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen, could strike Israel from multiple directions simultaneously, complicating defenses already strained by the ongoing war in Gaza and months of missile and rocket attacks from Lebanon. This week, Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah suggested that a coordinated attack on Israel might be in the works. Because they have picked a fight with everyone, they don't know where the response will come from, he said. The response will come separately or coordinated. Houthi leader Abdul Malek al-Houthi also threatened a military response to these crimes, which are shameless and dangerous and constitute a major escalation by the Israeli enemy. According to a summary of the call President Joe Biden had with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the U.S. would provide additional military assets to support Israel's defense against threats. Abraham Lincoln Strike Group consists of USS Abraham Lincoln, multiple Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruisers, as well as a few Virginia-class submarines. USS Abraham Lincoln, CVN-72, is the 5th Nimitz-class aircraft carrier in the United States Navy, and one of the largest vessels constructed. It has a displacement of 100,000 tons and an overall length of 332.8 meters. That's 1,092 feet. To give viewers a perspective, it's about 3 football fields long. USS Abraham Lincoln is powered by 2 A4W nuclear reactors kept in separate compartments. These power 4 propeller shafts and can produce a maximum speed of over 30 knots, or 56 kilometers per hour. Like all Nimitz-class warships, USS Abraham Lincoln possesses a multitude of different radars, including electronically scanned array 3D radars. USS Abraham Lincoln has a flight group of about 85 aircraft, including FA-18E, FA-18F, F-35C Joint Strike Fighter, EA-18G Growler, E-2D Hawkeye, C-2A Greyhound, as well as helicopters that include MH-60R and MH-60S. The flight group is basically more powerful than the Air Force of many countries and can play defensive as well as offensive roles. In a defensive role, the air wing could be used to take out hostile missiles and drones coming towards Israel using their air-to-air missiles like AIM-9 Sidewinder. This will be further augmented by 2 Mark 57 Mod 3 Sea Sparrows. RIM 7 Sea Sparrow is a U.S. shipborne, short-range anti-aircraft and anti-missile weapon system. Arleigh Burke-class warships are designed as multi-mission destroyers capable of anti-aircraft warfare (AAW), anti-submarine warfare (ASW), ballistic missile defense (BMD), and anti-surface warfare (ASUW). Ticonderoga class of guided missile cruisers also have multi-role capability like the Arleigh Burke destroyers. Arleigh Burke-class and Ticonderoga-class warships are among the largest in the world and boast of ANSPY radar integrated Aegis combat system that can detect, track, and generate interception options. Arleigh Burke-class has 96-cell Mark 41 vertical launch system (VLS), whereas Ticonderoga-class has 122 of these. For air defense roles, these can be configured with the combination of different weapons, which include standard series missiles like SM-2, SM-3, and SM-6, as well as evolved Sea Sparrow missiles. The White House, in a statement, said President Joe Biden reaffirmed his commitment to Israel's security against all threats from Iran, including its proxy terrorist groups Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. Movement of one of the most powerful U.S. assets, a carrier strike group, is making good on that assurance. USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group has the hardware to repel a large attack. Especially the F-35C 5th-generation Joint Strike Fighter will be crucial as it has very powerful long-range sensors and can use the vantage point of high altitude. The strike group's deployment will be extremely helpful for Israel since many of the incoming threats will be destroyed well before they enter their airspace. The remaining threats could then be dealt with by its layered air defense umbrella that consists of Arrow anti-ballistic missile defense, David's Sling, and Iron Dome. The Pentagon also announced the deployment of additional ballistic air defense units to the Middle East. These units will serve not only to protect Israel, but also to safeguard U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria who have faced attacks from Iran and its proxies. This marks the second instance since April where the U.S. has swiftly intervened to support Israel.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.